So it looks like we're getting a new Superman of Earth-3 action figure. I was very surprised the other day when I woke up, I logged on, and I saw that this was a new Target exclusive. If you support what I do, please click subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single video of mine when it comes out. And if you want to hang out with me and my soulmates, I stream live on YouTube Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to play some superhero games, and I would love to see you. If you'd like to support this channel even more, we now have memberships. Perks include priority responses to comments, early access to videos, members-only videos, and members-only live streams. This really didn't bother me all that much because it really wasn't that hard to collect the entire JokerBot Batman Beyond wave of figures, because when you look at it, they're being released by quarters. That's generally how it goes. You get a little bit of time in between the action figures to pick them all up, and I kind of appreciate that. It makes it a lot easier on the budget when we just have to pick one up every so often as opposed to all at once. Here they are. You see them there, you better get them or else, which tends to be the case with a lot of toys these days. When you look at the entry on McFarlane Toys website, it's confirmed that this is a Crime Syndicate wave. We are getting a wave of Crime Syndicate action figures, and you might be thinking to yourself, oh, well, that's not that great. We're just getting more Superman, more Batman, more Wonder Woman, blah, 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 blah. But don't think of it that way, because that's not really the case here. The Crime Syndicate is a classic DC Comics supervillain team dating way back, and of course the very first figure that we're going to see from this Target exclusive wave is Superman of Earth-3, aka Ultraman, and the Build-A-Figure, the Collect and Connect figure, is Starro the Conqueror. From what I can tell here, Starro appears to be scaled down, much smaller than he actually is in the comics. In the comics, he was nowhere near as big as he was portrayed in the Suicide Squad movie, and here he's scaled down even more, just so that he's feasible as a Collect and Connect figure. And I have mixed feelings about that. Part of it, I understand why. Part of me also wishes that maybe they would have, just for this line, just for this wave, expanded the Collect and Connect series to maybe 6 toys so we could get a little larger of a Starro. And on McFarlane's website, under Superman of Earth-3's listing, it does say that Starro has wires inside of him, so all of his pieces are going to be very bendable. I have mixed feelings about wires, but also I don't really see a way out of using wires unless they just use articulation instead. So even though I have mixed feelings about wires, I'm still excited that it has wires, because at the end of the day, I know it's going to work. Now, looking inside the package at what we're getting with Ultraman here, Superman of Earth-3, it does look like we're getting a comic book style Starro, which is something I'm really enjoying. We can kind of get a sense of what it's going to look like based on the bottom right of the package, but you know, that's never really the most accurate of indicators because they gussy up the image with Photoshop and all that business before they put it on there. I'm loving all the eyes, I'm loving the texture too, I'm loving the shape of this. And also, something that's really cool about this is that it comes with little baby Starros that you can put on the chest of your DC Multiverse action figures. I think that's awesome. That's a really nice inclusion. I'm glad they did that. You know, I'm really talking up Starro here, but we really need to pay attention to Ultraman here and take a look at what's going on. I thought that they would be reusing an action figure here. I thought they were totally reusing one of the Superman sculpts for Ultraman. But then I looked around, I tried to find anything that I could. I looked at a bunch of different Superman figures, and I think this is actually new. Now, let's start off with some positives. I like the overall look of Ultraman. I think that he looks like a very cool action figure. I like the style of the cape. I like that he has closed fists and he doesn't have a weird open hand like he's trying to grip something that's never gonna be there. I also like that there's a little bit of space in his chest joint, because I've noticed on a lot of DC Multiverse figures that there just isn't enough give on the chest joint for the figures to bend over, for them to move all around, and I'm hoping that with all that extra space in his torso, that he's gonna have a lot more leeway to bend over and get a lot more movement out of him. Now that said, I'm less enthusiastic about the head sculpt. It's not that the head sculpt is bad per se, it's that I feel like it isn't dramatic enough for an evil Superman. I see the red eyes, but this seems a little too calm for an evil Superman. I'd like to see something with some gritting teeth. I'd like to see a more furrowed brow. I'd like to see something that looks meaner, like Superman is very definitely about to fire his heat vision and just blow somebody away, or Ultraman, I guess I should say. Is it a deal breaker for me though? No, I don't think it's a deal breaker for me. I think I'm still gonna pick this one up. The real killer about this wave for me though is that I know there's only going to be 4 action figures in the wave because that's how the Collect and Connect series go. There's always 4 action figures, and when you look at a picture of the back of the box, it lists 3 other entries besides Ultraman here, so we know there's only going to be 4 action figures in the wave. You can bet your bottom dollar that we're going to get Owlman, we're going to get Superwoman. The question is, out of all the Crime Syndicate members, or I guess in the modern day Crime Syndicate, 2 members that still are left over, who are we going to get? It's either going to be Johnny Quick or it's going to be Power Ring. And I'm kind of leaning toward Johnny Quick because I'd like to see a Power Ring maybe released individually that has a few more accessories included with it. I'd like to see some accessories included with the appropriate figures, to be honest. In terms of accessories, obviously we're going to be getting Starro parts, and Superman, Ultraman, comes with the middle of Starro. But there's a bunch of other parts. There's 4 other parts that we're looking at here. If I had to hazard a guess how these were going to be divvied up, I would say that the top portion of Starro is going to be included with someone. The bottom portion with 2 of its legs are going to be included with someone. And then the other 2 extremities are going to be included with the last figure. Well, Soulmates, what do you think of this new Target exclusive Starro the Conqueror wave? Is this one that you're as excited about as I am? Is this one that you definitely want to get your hands on? Because I don't blame you if you do. This is really cool. Either way, guys, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you what you think about this wave and who you hope the remaining figures are in this wave. I'll be back again soon with some more thoughts about new comic book toy news. And until then, with love from me to you, bye-bye.